On November 20, 1947, a war-weary world turned its eyes to Westminster Abbey as Princess Elizabeth married Lieutenant Philip Mountbatten. The ceremony was not just the union of two hearts, but a visual triumph of regal elegance and tradition, woven together with jewels that told stories older than the bride herself. Each piece she wore shimmered with personal meaning and imperial history, a silent testament to continuity, resilience, and royalty. So let's explore the story behind the jewels that crowned Queen Elizabeth II. Before we start, please support my channel by clicking like and subscribe buttons. The context: post-war radiance. The wedding took place just 2 years after the end of the Second World War. Rationing was still in place, and the ceremony was marked by a balance between grandeur and modesty. Princess Elizabeth used ration coupons for her wedding gown, but when it came to her jewellery, the rules of austerity bowed to tradition. Elizabeth's bridal jewels were not mere ornaments. They were statements of family ties, enduring love, and royal duty. They formed a glittering timeline stretching back generations and forward into the future of the British monarchy. The engagement ring, Diamonds Reborn. When Prince Philip proposed to Princess Elizabeth in the summer of 1946, he didn't turn to crown jewellers or order a bespoke design from the royal vault. Instead, he created a ring from a part of his family's past, a tiara once worn by his mother, Princess Alice of Battenberg. That decision wasn't just personal, it was profoundly symbolic. Princess Alice's tiara had a complicated journey. She had received it as a wedding gift from Tsar Nicholas II and Tsarina Alexandra of Russia. Years later, during times of financial hardship, parts of it were dismantled. Some of the diamonds repurposed for Elizabeth's ring. It was a nod to resilience and repurposing, core values in a post-war era. The final ring, crafted by London jeweller Philip Antrobus, was a masterclass in understated elegance. A central 3-carat brilliant cut diamond, flanked by 10 smaller pavesette diamonds on either side, was set in platinum. It wasn't ostentatious, but its sleek, symmetrical design reflected the aesthetic tastes of the 1940s, and Philip's desire for a ring that symbolized both eternity and clarity. Importantly, Philip was directly involved in designing the ring. He worked closely with the jeweller to ensure it felt right, modern yet timeless. It was an unusual move for a royal fiancé at the time, but it highlighted how personally invested he was in their future together. The ring has remained on Queen Elizabeth's finger throughout her life, rarely, if ever, removed. It's seen her through coronations, jubilees, state visits, and personal milestones. Though the stone may not be the largest in the royal family, its legacy is unmatched. The Queen's commitment to wearing it daily speaks volumes about the love and intention behind it. The wedding bracelet, a royal architect's gift. From the remaining diamonds of Princess Alice's tiara came another gift, a wedding bracelet. Known as the Edinburgh Wedding Bracelet, it was no afterthought. Its design, developed by Philip in collaboration with jeweller Philip Antrobus, reflected his distinctive taste: clean lines, geometric precision, and subtle brilliance. The bracelet features 3 large square-cut diamonds at its centre, connected by abstract diamond links that form a flowing architectural silhouette. The structure is both regal and contemporary, bold for its time, yet timeless in its allure. Beyond aesthetics, the bracelet symbolized Philip's devotion and initiative. It was entirely his project, a deeply personal wedding gift conceived with great care. In many ways, the bracelet paralleled Philip himself, restrained, elegant, and always supportive of Elizabeth's role at the forefront. The Queen wore the bracelet throughout her reign, often on formal occasions, including state dinners and official portraits. Decades later, it reappeared on the wrist of Catherine, Princess of Wales, then the Duchess of Cambridge, reinforcing its status as a living heirloom in the House of Windsor. The tiara, fit for a queen, broken for a bride. On her wedding day, Princess Elizabeth wore the Queen Mary fringe tiara, an iconic piece with drama to match. Originally made in 1919 for Queen Mary from a necklace gifted by Queen Victoria, the tiara featured 47 diamond bars set in gold and silver. It was designed in the kokoshnik style, mimicking Russian court tiaras. The piece had been passed to the Queen Mother and then loaned to Elizabeth as her something borrowed. But as the young bride dressed for the ceremony, disaster struck. The tiara snapped. Jeweller Garib was summoned and rushed to repair the piece. They managed to fix it in time, but if you look closely at photographs from the day, you can spot a slight misalignment in the tiara, an unintentional quirk that makes the piece all the more human. Despite its mishap, the tiara has remained a royal favourite. It was later worn by Princess Anne in 1973 and Princess Beatrice in 2020, continuing its legacy as a bridal crown. The pearls, echoes of ancestors. Elizabeth's wedding ensemble was completed with two historic pearl necklaces, the Queen Anne and Queen Caroline strands. Each bore the weight of royal history and whispers of sovereigns past. The Queen Anne necklace, a single strand of 46 pearls, and the Queen Caroline necklace, slightly longer with 50 pearls, were believed to have belonged to the queens after whom they were named. The necklaces were a wedding gift from King George VI, Elizabeth's beloved father. Together, they softened the stark geometry of her tiara and added a touch of maternal warmth. Pearls, after all, are symbols of purity and wisdom, fitting emblems for a future monarch. The earrings, a legacy of grace. No royal ensemble is complete without a pair of earrings. On her wedding day, Elizabeth chose a set of diamond and pearl earrings gifted to her by Queen Mary in early 1947. The earrings had once belonged to Princess Mary, Duchess of Gloucester and Edinburgh, who was born in the 18th century. These earrings represented more than just sparkle. They were continuity personified. They linked Elizabeth not only to Queen Mary, but to a long line of royal women whose influence helped shape the monarchy. In photos from the day, you can see the earrings peeking from beneath Elizabeth's veil, a delicate accent that belied their historical heft. A tapestry of royal identity. Elizabeth's bridal jewels tell a layered story of loyalty, love and legacy. They were not chosen for trendiness or flash, but for meaning. Each piece was imbued with narrative, whether it was diamonds reborn from a mother's tiara or pearls that had survived the centuries. Even today, these jewels live on. The Queen Mary fringe tiara continues to grace royal brides. The wedding bracelet now sits on the hand of Catherine, Princess of Wales. The pearl necklaces and engagement ring remain closely guarded treasures. Together, they form a silent but powerful narrative, a regal language spoken in cut stones and platinum settings. And like the monarch herself, they continue to shine with the same steady light that guided a nation through war, peace, and beyond. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please do not forget to support my channel by clicking like and subscribe buttons.